but don't try that when it comes to poultry farming. Poultry farming is the most difficult type of livestock farming you should never venture into if you don't have the expertise, because you wouldn't want to spoil your money or waste your money. You know, we have different types of livestock farming. We have cattle farming, we have goat farming, we have sheep farming, we have rabbit farming, we have those who do pig farming. I'm a Muslim, you know, you don't like pig farming, yeah. But with these categories of with these categories of livestock farming I just mentioned, you can literally start each one of them with the idea of improving your knowledge. You understand? So you can start cattle farming. There's nothing too special about cattle that you say that, oh, you can't start without the knowledge. There's nothing so special about sheep, goats type of farming, and you say you will not start it without knowledge. Even those who are doing this fish farming, the catfish farming, you can start with a little knowledge. You just go and acquire, they'll teach you 1 or 2 days, and a lot of people have been starting those type of farming, and it has been helpful. They've been able to make progress, though while they improve their knowledge while they grow. But this could be applied into cattle farming, sheep farming, goat farming, you know, and the other types of livestock farming. But don't try that when it comes to poultry farming. Poultry farming no be your size. Make you no go there if you no get the knowledge, because you are going to waste your money for nothing. Especially those who want to go into the broilers. You think is cheap? You think is that free? You need to acquire knowledge, not only the book knowledge, but actually go into somebody who is into the poultry farming to learn like an apprentice before you venture into it. This is a very smart advice I'm giving you. I have tried the other aspect of livestock farming, and I just know that even if you go into it without any knowledge, you're most likely going to succeed. Because if it is about feeding, the feed is easy to acquire, and you can just take them out, or you can just get the food from the bush and you can feed your cattle, your goat, or whatever it is. So there's nothing so special about them, because they could easily be treated if you have any medical condition on any of your livestock. Trust me, you can easily handle this with a little attention or support from the veterinary. You are good to go. But poultry farming is a no-go area, because poultry, we have different types of poultry, you understand. For those that we have them local African type of fowls that are gallivanting in our homes, you don't actually need any help to take care of those ones. So they are easy to handle, and they are already accustomed to our environment. However, when it comes to going to the broilers or going into this kind of growing them for eggs, you just need to be very careful, because number one, the feed is actually not the most important issue there, because everybody can just learn to know what the type of feed to give to the poultry. However, when it comes to the management, if you are not ready, the mortality rates could just destroy your own vision and everything and reason for going to the poultry farming. So as I'm giving you a free advice, you can try any of the livestock farming, but you cannot try poultry farming without a practical knowledge about how to handle them. Because poultry, fowls, they are easy to be attacked by diseases externally. Their disease resistance is so low. Handling them and giving them veterinary services, it's something that requires a high level. So if you don't have this level of expertise on how to give a veterinary support to this poultry, to know the kind of environment to build for the poultry, to know the weather that is good for them, the best times you are able to retain them, and the worst times you are most likely going to lose your poultry chicks. These are very important. So you need like a practical knowledge about poultry farming before you can go into it. And I have watched people interviews, I've watched people's videos, I have spoken with some poultry farmers, and they tell me that some tell me that they can lose chicks as high as 10, 15, 20 a day. Yes. So when there is disease outbreak, it is very important that the farmer has a high level of expertise to be able to support the poultry. If the farmer does not have this expertise, in his team he must have one, because relying on veterinary when it comes to poultry farming is a no-go area. Because the veterinary himself can come, just watch the animal, they will not know how to handle it. It's not like goat and sheep and cattle. When they come and they check, even if they don't know what is wrong with it, and you give them few description of what is actually what happened to the livestock, or they can just pick 1 or 2 injections and inject, and then the few days or few hours time the animal will be okay. But when it comes to poultry, it's a different game. They don't inject the poultry by heart. So it requires a high level of what? Education, high level of apprenticeship, high level of experience to be able to go into poultry farming. If you don't want to lose your investment as a business person, do not go into poultry farming if you don't know much about it. I think I'm very grateful. This is just a short video educating you about poultry farming and why it is difficult for anyone to go into. Thank you very much for your time. Kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, give us a thumbs up, and then subscribe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.